Welcome in, guys, to our review of every single NFL team's 2024 season. We're gonna talk about some Bears football. Yes, that is right, some Bears football. You can see the veins going up and down. Bears football. Let's talk about the Chicago Bears 2024 season. Oh, wasn't it a great season for the Bears? How great was it to be a Bears fan this year? Anyway, so the Bears, in the 2024 draft, they drafted a quarterback. They absolutely needed to get a quarterback in this season. They drafted Caleb Williams and Rome Dunzio. Rome Dunzio and Caleb Williams got drafted in this quarterback class. They were the two really stand out of the Bears quarterback class. They traded away Justin Fields. They got a couple of like draft picks and stuff like that. But again, they go into the 2024 season with Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles. Again, Ryan Poles is done. I can remember when the family's like King Poles, King Poles. Yeah, King Poles, the guy that got Montez, that did a trade for Montez Sweat, that got Braxton Jones drafted a number of years ago, that got Chase Claypool a number of years ago, and how great did that work out? Uh, and then hired Matt Eberflus, the worst Bears head coach ever. Ever. Worse than Nagy. He's the worst. Again, period. There's nobody worse than Matt Eberflus. One of the worst head coaches in the league is Matt Eberflus. He's a dumpster fire. Um, they ultimately in this season they hire the Shane Waldron, Wizard Waldron. He gets hired from the Seattle Seahawks, and then you gotta think if you're the Bears, why did nobody go in for Shane Waldron, especially after Pete Carroll left the Seahawks in 2023, and he went into a office role in the Seahawks' organization that nobody that the Seahawks didn't hire. The Seattle Seahawks never hired Shane Waldron, who was the offensive coordinator in Seattle. No other team wanted to hire him as a head coach or an offensive coordinator. But who hires him? Ryan Poles, this fat fucking Twinkie, fucking Dunkin' Donuts, whatever the fuck he wants to eat, apart from any fruit and vegetables, is he hires Shane Waldron to try to get the best out of Caleb Williams. And you know what? Caleb Williams had a good start to the season. They started the season really strong. The Bears, they had the Titans on the opening game of the season. Then they're up against the Jags, and then so again they're up against, they have the Jags in the London game. So again, they start really well. They start they win three games in a row for the first time since 2020, and after that they get to the bye week after beating the Jags. They get to the Commanders. Uh, they face the Commanders on the road, and then the whole Hail Mary, which didn't fucking work. And then after that, they have the bye week at week 8, and it just goes all to shit. It's a fucking absolute disaster. Because the next couple of games, come back from the bye week and lose to the Packers, to the Vikings, to us twice. And then one of those losses that they had was, again, going back to that Thanksgiving game that they had against my team, the Lions, uh, where you have Matt Eberflus, especially in that second quarter. I thought even when I did my review on the game, that second quarter, like the first quarter, like we came out really strong. The Lions came out really strong. Then the Bears in that second half, like I don't know if it was like an Eberflus thing or if it was like if it was a Caleb Williams thing, but they came out really strong in that second half of that game. And if it wasn't for Matt Nagy's fucking, oh my god, I've got to fucking take a timeout instead of fucking going for the fucking, going for a touchdown and then winning the game, because it was like 20 and, if I can remember, like 20 and 19, something like that. I can't remember what the score was, but it was a close game. And then uh, You have Matt Nagy doing some poor time management in the game, which cost the Bears the game. And then after that, the Bears did something that they've never done in franchise history apart from this season. It took them to 2024 to fire a NFL head coach midway through the season. Every time the Bears have had a head coach and it's gone wrong, they've waited till the end of the season to do something and then fired the head coach and the GM. But midway through the season, they fired Matt Eberflus, and it had to be done because they went three or four games without having a passing touchdown. They haven't done that since 2004. It just, again, he was sending this Bears team backwards. Again, same with Poles in a way as well, especially with how he's kind of assembling this team. But Caleb Williams, he played all 17. He played 17 games. He only missed one game last year. He played all 17 games. No, he played 17 games last year. Only missed one. First time that a NFL player has played most of all of the season since Jay Cutler back in 2009. So yeah, Caleb Williams was the first rookie quarterback to start all of the games last year since Jay Cutler in 2009. He had 20 passing touchdowns. Caleb Williams in his rookie year, 3,541 passing yards, 68, but he was sacked 68 times. That was a real red flag. That again, you need to really, again, I'll talk about that in a minute about what they need. Points for, they was 13th out of 32 points. Passing yards, 31st out of 32. Because again, it's bring the ball, quarterback scream, Bears football. 31st out of 32nd for passing yards. There was 13th out of 32 for points against. Points for, there was 28th out of 32. Pretty much but less. Rushing yards, 25 out of 32. And then you had Thomas Brown. Obviously, he comes in for the last couple of games to beat the Packers on the last game of the season. The first win at Lambeau Field was 2018. So again, what did they need? Ultimately, Caleb Williams was sacked 68 times. He was sacked this season. But again, he did over 3,000 passing yards in his rookie year. And again, we're talking about a pretty impressive thing, especially for a rookie quarterback in Chicago. Because you've seen the quarterbacks before, and the fan base is like, oh, Trubisky's the guy. Fields is the guy. Fields and Trubisky never had 3,000 passing yards in a rookie year. Never mind in a rookie year. They never did that period in Chicago. They need to address the offensive line. That offensive line needs to be addressed in this. Some in this draft, but again, you'll need to address that in the free agency, because again, you got 82 million of 82 million of cap space that you can use. But again, they have a first round pick, 10th overall. So again, you gotta think about offensive tackle, inside linebacker. You need an edge, another running back, especially with Ben Johnson coming in, defensive line, and another wide receiver 3. And yeah, Ben Johnson is the new Bears head coach, and it's going to be an interesting NFC North, like I said yesterday with my Lions review. The NFC North's kind of heating up a bit. You've got Caleb and Ben Johnson, you've got Dan Campbell and Jared Goff, you've got Kevin O'Connell and JJ McCarthy, you have Jordan Love and LaFleur. So again, you have a lot of Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love together. So again, the NFC North is heating up, and again, it's becoming a pretty exciting division overall. But yeah, the Bears need to address the offensive line. They need 4 new starters. They need another running back. They need to get rid of some of these people on this roster, like Cole Kmet has to go. Santos, the kicker, has to go. I know it's the kicker doesn't really, but again, that's important as well. You need a good kicker as well. Braxton Jones has to go. You kind of really need to, it's a good thing you have 82 million cap space, because there's a lot of things to do in Chicago. And if Ryan Poles doesn't fucking get his team right for year 2 for Caleb Williams, fire his ass. But again, him bringing in Ben Johnson has saved them for 2027, 2026.